Welcome, students, to this refresher course in biomedical content writing. Today, we are going to start with the sessions on this course. And as you all know, that this course is for all the faculty who are involved somewhere in the medical science or the life sciences subject. So we are going to share the techniques, tools, rules, and everything related to biomedical content development. And this is not just related to the research writing, and this is not just related to the academic research part. This also involves the other things, like if you want to write for any kind of a magazine or the newspapers or the stories, or you want to write even a book chapter, or you want to write a case study, anything related to biomedical or the life sciences, you will be able to develop after the doing this complete course. So before starting with the other things, this is because this is the first session, we are going to discuss first that when we talk about biomedical content writing, how can we say that what are the characteristics or the qualities of effective biomedical writing? So first, we will just go through in brief. The first thing in any kind of a writing is the effectiveness. If your writing is not effective, that is of no practical use. So how we evaluate that whether a given writing is effective or not, for that we need to check for certain qualities, and those qualities, if we are aware of, we will be able to prepare better biomedical. One thing is we need to understand that a good writing is not necessarily effective also. So good writing and necessarily the effective writing and the good writing are the two different things. If your writing is good, it may be possible that the writing is not effective. And sometimes you'll find that even the writing is effective, but that will not be considered as a good writing, but it is effective in a sense that it conveys the message that we want to give to the reader. So do not get confused that a good writing is a effective writing also. And how they differ, how they are different, that we are going to learn in this session. Now, just moving forward, I would like you to go through this message A and message B. Which one would you prefer to read and understand? Message A says, it is incumbent upon doctors and nurses to display appropriate behavior and verbalize what is consistent with the messages that are being conveyed via your hospital communication strategies. Message B says, as a medical professional, you should always demonstrate the communication etiquettes suggested by the hospital. If you see the message delivered to both these messages, the, the content, meaning, and the message which we want to deliver is same in both A as well as B. But if you see the message A is too long, too cumbersome, too difficult to understand and interpret, that the reader may not be able to get your message and understand what you actually want the reader to do. But in message B, it's a very clear, concise, and short sentence that says, as a medical professional, you should always demonstrate the communication etiquettes as suggested by the hospital. So you can see this, although grammatically, if you see both the sentences are equally good, both of them are good writing, but message B is more effective compared to message A. So now you can easily differentiate that what is the difference between a good writing and the effective writing. Now moving forward, just I would like you to go through these two versions. You can see that biomedical writing is more than the correct grammar. This is also an important point because being the course in writing, it does not mean that we are going to share with you the grammar rules or we are going to teach you how the grammar works. It's more of teaching you what beyond the grammar as a writer you have to take care of. Version 1, at this point in time, it will be necessary for the patient to provide further symptomatic evidence with regard to the gap identified in the MRI report in order to proceed with the formal treatment of suspected mental disorder. And version 2 says, before we can formally start treatment of suspected mental disorder, the patient need to provide further evidence of symptoms related to the gaps found in MRI. So you can see both these versions are grammatically correct. But if you see the version 1 and compare it with version 2, you'll find that version 1 is having word count of 42, whereas version 2 has only just 28 words. You have to understand that in writing, each and every word takes space. It has a cost. If you are adding more words without adding any meaning, that is not a good writing. Lesser the words, more is the meaning, more powerful is your writing. Second is the version 1 is less effective in understanding and message clarity. What you want to say and what your reader is understanding, if that is not clear, there is no point of writing. If you see the version 2, it is quite simple, direct, with better understanding and a clear message. Then we come to the version 1, which is time consuming for the reader because it has more words. So reader will take more time to read and understand. And that's why, again, the version 1 is comparatively less effective. Whereas the version 2 has less number of words, it will be more effective and it saves the time of the reader. So 3 qualities you have learned: that 1, the number of words you are using in your writing should be as less as possible without compromising on the meaning. Second is your message should be clear, direct, and understandable by the intended reader. Third is your writing should consume as less time of the reader as possible so that your communication or the message goes to your reader without taking much time. Now, to attain all these things, there are 6 qualities which are defined in literature as an effective biomedical writing. Now we will see each and every quality one by one so that throughout the course, you will feel that whether these qualities you are learning or not. If you are gaining these 6 qualities in your writing, that means the job is done great and you are learning to apply the writing skills to your assignments or to your writing. Number 1 is precision. When we talk about precision in writing, it simply says that one word should have one meaning when it is in your writing. Every word has various meanings, but when you are putting any word in a context, that one word should give only one meaning. One sentence should convey just one meaning, and one paragraph should give just one idea to the reader so that your writing should not be ambiguous. Everybody reading that word should get the same meaning. Everyone reading the sentence should get the one idea, and everyone reading the paragraph should understand that one particular idea which you want to convey through your writing. Two readers, that may be the patients, staff, should not be able to give you two meanings from the same word or the sentence. That's the first quality of a good writing. Then comes the clarity. Precision should not be at the cost of compromising clarity. Clarity means whatever you want to say, you are exactly saying what you want the reader to understand. You are exact but not clear in what you are communicating is not acceptable in biomedical sciences. Whatever you are saying, say it direct, say it simply, say it in a way so that everybody can understand what you want to say. How you can increase that or how you can bring clarity, that we are going to learn in this course. 3 comes the readability. If the reader has to read your message or a document several times to understand, it means your text is a poorly drafted content. Means your writing should be so simple and readable that anybody reading for the first time should get the intended meaning without going through the text again and again. Biomedical writer must understand what the readability is, how to measure it, how to manage and adjust it to suit the needs of a target audience or the readers of your writing. Readability is actually one of the qualities that the language, you can easily find out the readability of your content. You can easily check that who all can read my content, who all can understand my content. And there are tools available to measure that, which a good content writer must know to adjust and improve the readability of their content, what they're writing. So this course will also teach you all about the readability basics for biomedical writing. Then comes to number 4, which is efficiency. When we talk about efficiency, we talk, as I said in the first slide, lesser the words, more is the meaning, more will be the efficiency of your writing. This should be the basic mantra of any professional biomedical writer. If you're adding the words without adding the meaning, that means you're compromising on the efficiency, because time of a reader and the writer is important. The more words you are using, the more time you are going to consume while editing and proofreading your content. And the more words are available in your writing, the more time the reader will take to read and understand your content. And you can easily check that any document can be reduced by 25% to 35% in words without compromising with the meaning. And also editorial issues gets reduced between the writers and editors or reviewers while publishing. When you submit your content or the manuscript, you find that editor goes through each and every word. The more words you have, the more is the time of the editor and proofreader or the reviewer to correct that. The lesser is the word and the more stronger is the meaning in your content, the more efficient is your manuscript, and there are more chances that the editors will get impressed and they will accept to publish what you have written. So this course will also prepare you all about efficiency improvement basics for biomedical writing. Then comes the usability. As you all understand that when we used to write in our schools or the colleges or in our academic career, the purpose is to get the marks, purpose is to get the grades, to pass the examination. But once you come out of that era, usability becomes very important, because nobody is going to read what you have written if that is not useful to them. The practical purpose cannot be neglected by a professional biomedical writing person, especially because you are writing about a specific subject, you are writing about the specific topic, a very niche subject. So why you are writing, what will be the usability of your writing for the reader, that is one of the important key characteristics for effective biomedical writing. Because once the reader will read your content, they will do something by reading your written words, because you're writing them to either persuade, to inform them, to engage them, or to take some action. If that action or that particular effect is not coming, if that usefulness is not available in your content, that your reader is not going to read what you have written. So focus on what the task your writing serves, not on the correctness and beauty of your content. So why you are writing? If you are writing the steps to prepare, suppose you are writing a kind of a standard operating procedure to do some experiment, then each and every step should be so clear that anybody can carry out that experiment. If you are writing the steps to prepare some medicine, or to prepare some kind of a media, or to perform some kind of a surgery, then every step should be so clear that the reader will be able to carry out what you are telling them to carry out. And it is not important that whether that the English is correct or your words chosen are good. It is more about what you want the reader to do. If that the reader is able to do that, then the usability of your content is justified. Then last quality comes is the persuasiveness. When we talk about persuasiveness, means you want to show a particular viewpoint to the reader when you are writing some content or some article. And if the reader is not persuaded to believe that particular viewpoint, then the usefulness of your content or the writing you have missed. And your readers are from various areas. They may not be the directly researchers. They can be a general community, because biomedical writers, they may write for the community for general awareness. You want to teach somebody how to wash hands, how to cook food, how to keep hygiene. All those things are important. Then comes you may write for the patients. You want patients to take the medicine in a particular order. You want to teach them how to prepare a food for particular patient, how what kind of a food the patient should take, or you want to convey to the doctors how to carry out certain procedures. You can teach to the nurses or to the general public. All these people are to be persuaded through different viewpoints. If you are not clear of that, and if you are not able to add persuasiveness, and when you can add that persuasiveness, when you understand your reader, and how you are going to understand your reader, that we are going to discuss in our further sessions in this course. Now there is one thing which is known as unprofessional persuasiveness. When we say unprofessional way of trying to persuade, that includes actually when you add impressive vocabulary, because by adding impressive vocabulary, you cannot imagine that the person is going to like your writing. That's not there. The second is the volume of material, means the more you write, the more impressive it will go. It's not never like that. The lesser is the words, the more impressive and the more you can impress the reader to that. Third is the technical jargon, because not everybody is familiar with the technical jargon. So adding the jargon will never make your writing more persuasive. Next comes the adjectives to emphasize. If something is good and you're writing, it is very, very good, it's just going to boast what you're saying, rather than, it makes the actual difference to the effect of that goodness. So use of adjectives to emphasize your scientific point does not make sense when you go for biomedical writing. Then comes boasting about achievements. What you have achieved through this experiment, what you have achieved through some kind of a research, boasting about that will never persuade your readers, which is mostly nowadays when you go to the social media, it is more of boasting rather than achieving something which is useful for the readers. Then if you can achieve these qualities to even a certain extent in your writing, about biomedical subjects, it means you cracked this course, because this course is not to tell you some technique. It This course will actually prepare you to take care of these qualities when you're writing about the biomedical content, so that you will be able to give more effective and more solid content to the readers, and make your uh, uh, writing, the piece of writing, a publishable and a persuasive and informing and engaging part of writing. And everybody uh, will be able to perceive what you actually want to say, so that they will use your piece of writing for further improvement in their knowledge, and to gain insight into what the message you want to convey to them. With this, we are over with the first part, or the uh, first bite of the session one of this course. Thank you, and be with us. And we are coming up with the second part of this second part of this session in the next week. Thank you.